Oh, excellent.
I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't make Slim Bob an option for in this too, because I mean they have the model,
Yeah.
but then again they have the model for like half the missing cast, and then
True.
some.
Well, I know that they had the one character that they had to get rid of, Roger, just because of the stupid nonsense video thing. Which seems like a bit like an overkill thing, but I guess if you're just really trying to avoid the possibility of there being any issue coming out of that, I guess you have to.
I'm surprised they didn't just go with like, hey, we're gonna put Alex in instead.
Yeah.
Nobody can get mad about
made sense.
punching a dinosaur.
Right.
Not even scientifically accurate dinosaur anymore.
Right. Well, that would have been cool if they'd actually, gave him like feathers and stuff.
I'm gonna keep my childhood memories of dinosaurs as like lizardy looking motherfuckers.
Look, I don't know if you've run into any actual threatening birds, but they work like as scary creatures.
There was in fact like I don't know if it was a turkey or a pheasant that was running around my backyard. I don't think it was a turkey, but some kind of large bird was just roaming around my backyard like it owned it the other day.
Oh wow. Mostly I think about geese. Like,
they're mighty strong.
Oh my god, geese are terrifying.
I hear swans are worse.
Yeah, swans are probably pretty bad. But geese are the ones that happen to show up around here. Those are the ones I'm most familiar with.
I can't remember where it was, but I think it was when I had one of my tires replaced. But at the shop I was at while I was waiting to pick up my car, there was just a turkey just sitting around outside. Like, what the fuck? Why are you here? You have no business being here. I didn't realize Wisconsin was like turkey country.
We can't stop here. This is turkey country.
This is Donkey Kong country. I have no idea how to play
Turkey Kong
Miguel.
country? Me neither.
I know
I used to be a lot better with Nina than I am now.
I know Miguel apparently has like some kind of move that if it hits as a counter, it basically one-shots people. That's all I know. What's funny is right now I've got the Nina's Tekken 2 music playing right now.
That's amazing. Although again, the sad thing is when you said that, I immediately started thinking of the Tekken 3 theme instead.
I don't even remember her Tekken 3 theme.
Don't do do. Yeah, that's the same. It's those songs are like embedded in my brain. Most of the ones I remember anyway.
The only Tekken 3 theme that like I immediately think of when I hear Tekken 3 is Jin's theme.
Yes, that one's pretty memorable too. Heihachi's theme is a pretty good one. It's just jamming. Heihachi's had some pretty decent themes in the last few games.
I wish we could say the same about his outfits.
Tekken 4, the fucking FUN-doshi, I swear. Dude, have you ever seen the front cover for the album for Tekken 4?
It's a bunch of Heihachis and FUN-doshis.
FUN-doshi, yes. Like, wow. Somebody really is digging that FUN-doshi.
I like how it's an option for Akuma in this too. When I was looking at the customization stuff for Akuma, like I kind of realized, like, holy shit, the proportions for Akuma are really, really weird.
Yeah.
T-shirts just look really weird on him.
Yeah, because his pecs are like 3 feet thick.
Which is like that was kind of a conclusion I came to after is all the costumes are designed to hide that. to make them look like normal human beings.
Oh, look, it's a story battle.
And then there was a bear. I mean, at least
The bear freaking wanted to recruit her for
Tekken Force.
Tekken Force, which just... What?
The bear that can also conveniently speak and people can understand it somehow.
Yes, except apparently Josie can't understand it.
Or didn't want to understand it because she was terrified.
Yeah. Presumably.
What's with the firework? I'm confused.
There's apparently an item action of some kind that you can do, but I have no idea how to do it.
Man, remember when Kuma just played like Jack, basically?
Yes.
And used basically the same model, but with a different texture?
Yep. We've come a long way.
Good times.
Of course, to be, you know, half the cast was actually clones of somebody else, so, you know.
Yeah, like Lee used to have some of Law's moves and like a mixture of Kazuya and Law, I believe.
Yep.
Indeed. You could say that kick was completely unbearable.
What a grisly pun, Alex.
I know. I'm sorry.
Panda to all the pun lovers.
Alex, edit that out. No puns on this show.
Do not keep it.
Just get rid of all of it. Just scratch this whole episode.
It must remain, and I'm going to die.
And then there was a tuna! What?
It's not the tuna. It's probably a halibut.
I like how there's actually a song in Tekken 6 called It's Not a Tuna.
That's wonderful.
To go along with that stage where there's like sheep that bounce everywhere and the yodeling and
Yes.
that was the thing.
Harada has a weird sense of humor.
Yeah, that's basically kind of it. Harada's got a thing going.
I really want to know more about Katarina. Like, what the hell happened to her friend that was training her that turned into Gygus or something?
I'm gonna guess he was kidnapped and then turned into Gygus.
Yeah.
Gigas, whatever. How I'm sure it's probably Gigas.
Yep.
And that's Katarina and Gigas' story.
Yep.
They were.
I'd be okay if they like even made DLC out of another like a secondary story mode with some of the other characters in it, or you know, actually finishing the story.
I'd be okay with the story that's just entirely about Lee. Excellent story mode. I love Lee. I like how they just made them both serious and incredibly goofy.
Yes. I feel like he became such an attention whore that he watched an anime someday and he's like, that's what I want to be.
I want to be an anime.
I can, in fact.
Indeed.
I just got a trophy for that.
For avoiding enough rage arts?
I guess.
I still like how they do the actual international voice cast.
Yeah, even though it creates weird situations where everybody talks to everybody else in their own language and everybody automatically understands it.
Universal language.
Yeah, like all of a sudden we're all Pokemon or something.
It's all being translated immediately. Nope.
Oh wow. How did that work?
Came out too slow.
Yep.
I think this is another stage where I actually have to go back and play with the music. Cause like one stage variant is different. But the rest appears to be default or something.
How does that even work?
And then Lee was the Dante. I gotta ask though, what's with the Kanye West shades?
Well, the character in question is a pop star, so...
But I'm gonna let you finish.
Pop star that happens to be... that also happens to be a succubus, so go figure.
Hence the horns. Waka waka
Hence
waka.
the horns.
King of comedy.
Though just because I wanted to make the character sympathetic to some degree, the character is at least capable of just feeding off of emotions in general. Hence being a pop star.
But man, you went with the Kanye shades. There's no sympathizing with that.
I think I had her with the star shades at one point and just switched over. I was like, then I saw that then the Kanye shades got unlocked. I'm like, yep, that's what we're doing.
We're going here.
Yep.
And then Akuma again. Like, man, what the fuck? Why am I even
Wait, have
here?
you been playing random this whole time?
No, I've been deliberately picking.
Oh, okay.
I thought about doing random, but then it's like, no, I'll probably never get any
No.
characters I want. And I don't think it'll pick from... It'll pick default costumes instead.
Yeah, most likely.
So
This
there's
is gonna
that
be a
too.
bloodbath. Because I don't really know how to use Gyarados at all. I just picked him on a whim.
I tried him out. I kind of like him.
He's kind of like, why wouldn't you just play Jack?
Or what if you wanted to play Jack, but a little bit quicker?
Yeah.
Only a little bit though. And if you want to look at Jack's butt,
Yep.
Jack's big red butt.
But that's basically what he is. He's a G Corporation's version of Jack.
And then I hit the thing. The touchpad. I had that brief moment like, wait, what the fuck? Where did this come from? Akuma just kind of landed like, I've had worse. I'm actually really happy with how Akuma turned out.
Yeah. Like, he's really... He works in the universe, and yet he's still himself.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to pull off with characters who are usually much more cartoony.
Nope. Not this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna die anyway, but, you know.
Charge headlong into it.
Yep.
Decide your own destiny. What really boggled my mind is they made Akuma's like little command thing actually viable instead of being a thing that people only vaguely knew about. His little forward flip thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember I came across that purely on accident when I played Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Is he sweating?
Akuma's always sweating.
Like he was shiny.
Shiny Akuma.
Yeah. He's not special Akuma anymore. He's a Pokemon now.
Akuma was subscribing to the school of Ryo Hazuki of let's get sweaty. That reminds me, Shenmue 3 still a thing, I guess?
Yeah, it's in development, last I heard.
20 years later, we'll be able to ask if anybody's seen Sailors again.
I heard something about some remakes of the first two, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not.
I'm more interested to see if they get the kid back to dub Ryo's voice again.
Wouldn't count on it.
It's entirely possible, but I'm once again reminded that I really want more Streets of Rage.
Don't we all?
Well, obviously not enough people. Sega doesn't think it's viable, but what does Sega know?
Which is bullshit.
Like, yeah, these guys totally spent 8 years working on their own fan game because fun.
Yep.
It was obviously not because anybody wanted a Streets of Rage game. It was to infringe on our copyright.
Yeah. Lily is pretty amusing in this game. Like,
I don't really.
Have you played her story mode yet?
Yeah. I finished all the
thing where she's dancing around Asuka, and Asuka's like, "What the fuck is wrong with this woman?"
I like how they just kind of dropped like Brian and Yoshimitsu's rivalry.
Yeah, they just don't really interact with each other ever anymore.
Instead, Yoshimitsu gets the thing with Leo, whom they once again are like, we're totally a guy, except we already were on record to say it's a girl.
Well, presumably, she identifies as, well, Leo identifies as male. That's how it is.
Possibly.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know, I just remember Harada being like, yep, she's a girl.
So, since this is such a special occasion, only comes once, you think I should answer about what the gender is of this character? Yeah! まずせっかくねドイツにいるんで、もうドイツの人だけにこっそり教えたいと思います。Okay, well, just for you fans in Germany, I guess I can do that. レオの本名はエレオノール・クリーゼンという名前です。エレオノール・クリーゼン。So the real name, I was surprised he actually told you. Eleanor Gleason is the real name. そうです。もともと女性キャラとして作ってました。So Leo was a female, actually.
And kind of left it at that. I feel like if it was anything otherwise, they would have been pretty clear on it.
Yep.
Harada's not really a word mincer.
Yeah. Well, see, I take it to basically mean, we know that the character is physically female, but every instance of the character refers to Leo as a male. So, therefore, he must identify as a male. That's.
Or they're trying to do that.
What other conclusion I could make.
Or they're just trying to do that thing where they're just like, it's supposed to be a surprise.
Yeah, except we're in a whole game in, or 2 games in.
3 games. Oh, wait.
2
I
games.
forget. Was
Leo was
Leo
created. Yeah, Leo was debuted in 6, I believe.
Yeah, so wait, we're 3 games in. 6, Tekken Tag, and now Tekken 7. Or it could just be a translation thing.
I don't think it's a translation thing. Because most of the story stuff we get comes from like the wikis and stuff that are translating this stuff in the first place. So
Source books.
yes.
Well, I'm sure glad they kind of like stopped doing that.
What? Not releasing the source books or any other information outside of the outside of Japan?
Virtual Fighter. Literally nobody would know if Virtual Fighter had a story mode if, you know... Well, actually, no, nobody would...
story, period.
Like, even then, I have no idea who found out about Virtual Fighter's story to begin with. Because I don't think there was even any source books for that either.
No, I don't think there was.
Maybe somebody walked up to Yu Suzuki one day and was like, "What's up with Virtua Fighter's story?" And Yu Suzuki was just like, give me like 5 minutes. And that's how Virtua Fighter got its story. That's my story, and I'm going to stick with it. Really kind of a shame that like the most character Virtual Fighter cast gets is in other games.
Yep. Like Dead or Alive seems to have just kind of picked up that torch.
And then like most of Akira's character came from like Project Cross Zone, where you know he actually had character in general.
Really?
I'm kind of sad that they don't really do much with like between Ryu and Jin and Akira being the protagonist karate guys. Although I'm also kind of sad that Tekken Cross Street Fighter is probably going to be more Jin and Ryu instead. Rather than
probably.
Rather than Ryu and Kazuya. But
well, let's see. I don't know. It's a tough call because like there's not really a Ken in Tekken.
They can't really decide who the protagonist character of Tekken is either.
There really isn't one. I guess it's Jin, if anybody.
It was Kazuya for 2 games, then it was Jin, then it was Kazuya again.
It was Kazuya for 1 game.
Well, Tekken 1 and 2 was kind of Kazuya.
No, Tekken 1. Because Kazuya is not the hero in 2.
He is the boss.
He's the final boss. Yeah. He doesn't really strike me as a protagonist at that point. Because he's the devil and people have to like stop him. So like June was like the protagonist, if anybody.
That's true. June was kind of the protagonist of 2. And then Jin. And then Kazuya, actually. Kind of Kazuya and Jin in Tekken 4. With
still pretty much Jin.
Yeah, a little bit of both, since it was all about Kazuya being back from the dead.
Yeah, but he was still there as more of an antagonist than a protagonist. He wasn't portrayed in any way, shape, or form in any sort of heroic light whatsoever.
Hero antagonist, I think, is what the trope is.
No, he wasn't the least bit heroic in any way, shape, or form. He was definitely an antagonist.
And then Heihachi was there too. In this
yeah,
FUN-doshi.
Heihachi was... yeah. Except when he wasn't. It's funny because, like, they show the cutscenes in this game that you can go back and watch them, but they're all... Basically, that game had in-game cutscenes.
I don't really recall what the hell Jin was doing in Tekken 4 other than unlearning the Mishima style, and that was about all I remember he was doing.
Yeah, and trying to figure out what the hell is up with Heihachi, basically.
But I guess I don't actually mean like protagonist so much as I mean main character. I'm kind of using the words interchangeably.
Yeah. So in other words, you're using it wrong.
Meh.
You can't just have words mean whatever you want them to mean.
Yeah, I can. That's the nature of words. Their meaning changes over time, which for me is right now.
except nobody knows what the hell you're talking about.
I don't know. As far as I could tell, protagonist and hero has basically been used interchangeably most of the time.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If we go by that, Kazuya doesn't fit that bill in any game other than one.
And that was because we didn't really know what the hell was going on other than he was thrown off a cliff and he's pretty pissed about it.
Yep.
Literally became the devil over it. Maybe not literally the devil, but a devil. They're still really unclear about the nature of the devil gene.
It seems like they're basically designed to fight evil, but apparently they're not completely altruistic. Hence Kazuya.
And his mom, who for some reason thought Heihachi was a threat.
Apparently Heihachi's evil, which maybe that's why Kazuya's evil. Because he's a combination of the devil gene and Heihachi's badassery.
That too is genetic.
Boy, that's problematic.
Also, next time on Bro versus Bro.
Yep. I think it's gonna be